You're born. Your parents look down at you with tears in their eyes. For about 3 seconds, it feels perfect. And then, boom, your dad cuts the wrong cord. Not the umbilical cord, the other one. The one that made sure you ended up as a girl.
Mr. Griffin, would you like to cut the cord? Sure. Okay, that wasn't the cord, and now you've got a girl.
Great start to your life, right? From second one, the universe basically whispers, good luck, Meg. You're gonna need it. But it doesn't stop there. Your name? It was supposed to be Megan. Totally normal, totally fine. But your dad, being your dad, thinks it'd be hilarious to change it too.
Robots in disguise.
Because why not name your newborn daughter after an evil robot from Transformers? Congratulations, you're not even out of diapers, and your entire identity is already a mess. But hey, maybe it gets better? Nope. You grow up in a house where your existence is a running joke. Every day you hear people say,
Shut up, Meg.
Your mom hints she might have cheated. Your dad treats you like you're adopted. And then there's your fake death incident. You vanish. You fake your own death. And what does your family do? They don't cry. They don't freak out. They don't even notice. They mistake you for a barrel, a literal barrel. And today, we're breaking down why being you isn't just unlucky. We will see why it sucks being born as you, Megatron Griffin.
You just let me know if you need any. How do these jeans look?
And the real nightmare? Imagine the worst bullies at school. Now imagine they live in your house. Now imagine they're legally allowed to ground you, steal your stuff, and insult you to your face every single day. Welcome to the life of Megatron Griffin. Your dad? Not just distant, not just clueless, he's actively hostile. Your whole childhood soundtrack?
Shut up, Meg. Shut up, Meg. You don't matter.
That's it. That's the family motto. You could win a Nobel Prize, cure cancer, invent teleportation, and your dad would still grunt.
Shut up, Meg.
Oh, and let's talk about when he sold you, not figuratively. Your dad literally sold you to a creepy foot fetish trucker for a tank of gas, like you were a used DVD at a pawn shop. And when you finally bring home a good guy, a med student, clean, polite, respectful, how does Peter react? Like you're dating Satan. He only shows pride once you get hot from a coma, because apparently his love comes with a BMI requirement. And your mom? Don't get your hopes up. The queen of fake sympathy and wine-soaked lectures. You once called her out for treating you like garbage, and she blamed you for it.
Damn it, Meg. Will you stop that? That is so annoying.
Oh, that was annoying? What about your stupid, obnoxious humming?
Meg, don't talk to your father like that.
Yeah, shut up, Meg.
No, you shut up, Chris. I am sick of all you guys ganging up on me. You guys all think you're so much better than me.
And a few moments later, you're the one apologizing.
You're right. It's all my fault.
What?
Mom, you're an amazing mother. And Dad, I'm so sorry that I made you feel this way. You don't deserve it.
Maybe if you weren't so, yeah. And then there's Stewie, your little brother, the actual homicidal baby. Even he takes time out of his global domination plans to roast you. You could be on fire, and he'd still say, ugh, the smell improved you. In the Griffin house, you're not a daughter, you're not a sister. You're a verbal punching bag with a pulse. And that's just the warm-up. Because once you walk out that front door, you would think people would treat you like a normal human.
I heard you didn't have a date to the dance, and I was wondering if you'd like to go with me.
Oh, hang on. I'd love to go, Meg, but I have to go to my little brother's funeral that night.
Maybe at school, maybe at prom, maybe somewhere, but no. Turns out, the hatred follows you out the front door, because in Quahog, you're not just ignored. You're actively despised by teachers, by classmates, by strangers who don't even know your name, but still know enough to hate you. You could be standing in line at the store, and someone will whisper, "Ew, is that smell, Meg?" You're not even doing anything, and somehow you still offend the atmosphere. One time, you got a stylist, a full-blown makeover, plastic surgery, glam squad, boom, you're hot.
Don't I look great?
Oh, Meg, honey, I always thought you were beautiful just the way you... oh, God. Couldn't do that with a straight face.
And suddenly, everyone wants to hang out with you. Guys want to date you. People are nice. But it's not because you're Meg. It's because you look like someone else. The second that makeover fades, poof, back to being invisible. The brutal truth, the only time people like you is when you're not you. And even when you try to just be yourself, awkward, honest, hopeful. You still get turned into a national joke. You kiss Neil? Yeah, Neil. The only guy who's ever been obsessed with you. It gets broadcast on TV, not celebrated, not awed, roasted. News anchors mocking you like it's the blooper reel at the end of a comedy special. Because even your first kiss isn't yours. It's material for the next public takedown. And don't get us started on prom night. You finally get a proper date. You dress up. Hope up. And what happens? He ditches you. That's your life. You reach out for joy, and the universe yanks it away, like Lucy pulling the football.
Okay, that is the last time you are gonna pull that crap. You hear me?
Yes!
Do you hear me?
And when it comes to love, forget it. Your love life is like watching someone try to put out a grease fire with gasoline. You crush on Brian after one kind gesture, one dance, one, and suddenly you're naming the wedding playlist. Then you fall for a gay news anchor. Spoiler, he's not into it.
Turmoil at the White House today when President Bush stuck his finger in an electrical socket. Asked about the incident, Bush responded,
Awkward.
Cue more humiliation. You fall for Tyler. Hot, funny, charismatic, also gay. And you don't get it. Instead, you try to convert him.
Well, I'll help him figure things out. I'll help him figure out that he's straight.
Yeah, there may have been kidnapping involved. Desperate Meg is dangerous Meg. Because here's the truth. Every time you dare to want affection, the world punishes you. Not quietly, not gently, publicly, repeatedly. You're not just mocked. You're treated like it's delusional for someone like you to want love at all. It's not just school bullies. It's neighbors, store clerks, literal children. You could save a bus full of puppies and someone would still go, ugh, Meg. So yeah, there's no safe haven. Not your home, not school, not even walking down the street. You're Meg Griffin, and the world sees you as walking garbage with lip gloss. And after a while, you don't just crave love. You start confusing love with pain. Which brings us to the darkest part of your life. The part where affection and abuse start looking like the same thing. Because when your whole life is just one long episode of Who Hates Me Today, something inside you breaks. And for you, Meg Griffin, that broken piece is your definition of love.
Is this like the part where you guys have your way with me?
What?
You know, where I'm like helpless and you guys take turns, you know?
Oh, no! Oh, God! Oh, no, 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 no!
What'd she say?
She asked if we were gonna have our way with her.
Ew!
No, seriously, I won't scream or anything.
No! No, no sale.
Come on! I'm pretty!
Ah! Ah! Ah!
At some point, your brain just short circuits and thinks, wait, is this what love feels like? Being insulted, ignored, left out? And honestly, yeah, because that's the only kind of attention you've ever gotten. So now, any scrap of kindness, any microscopic flicker of affection, you cling to it like a starving raccoon. Let's talk about Brian. You know, the talking dog your family owns. He takes you to prom as a pity favor. He's trying to be nice. And you instantly go full Disney princess mode. He's my soulmate. We're getting married. I already monogrammed the towels. One dance, one. And suddenly, you're planning a future together. You get so obsessed.
Meg, the fact is, you and I are friends, and that's the way it needs to stay. Besides, I have a girlfriend. I'm dating Jillian.
All right, Brian. I understand.
Good. I'm gonna grab Stewie, and then we can go.
What's that, Brian? Oh, you were just kidding. Oh, I know you were. I love you too, Brian. And you love me. You do love me, Brian.
You literally handcuff him to your wrist. Yeah, handcuffs. To a dog, by the way. And Brian, he chews off his own arm to escape. That's not a metaphor. He gnaws through his paw like a coyote in a bear trap. And what do? You stare at the bloody leash with hard eyes like, he loves me. He just doesn't know it yet. You just don't know what love is anymore. Then, there's that time you fall for a mystery boy. Charming, funny, everything you've ever dreamed of. Small catch. It's Stewie, your baby brother, in a wig, and you're ready to run away with him. It's so bad. Even Stewie in drag looks like Prince Charming. And when he finally rips off the wig and goes full evil baby again, you're not just heartbroken, you're traumatized. And worst of all, he only did it as a joke, because even fake love is still just another prank at your expense. Let's go a bit darker. There's Neil, the creepy nerd who's been obsessed with you for years, and instead of dating the only person who's actually into you, you reject him and throw yourself at literally anyone else. Rainbow guys, guys who hate you, guys who don't even exist, a baby with a wig, because deep down, you don't believe you deserve real love. You only know two settings, people ignoring you or people humiliating you.
Let's see, makeup, chewing gum, the picture of Meg in a two-piece swimsuit. Oh, God, I pray this is not my first mem.
So when someone's kind, you short circuit. And when someone's cruel, you think at least they're paying attention.
I'm back. I brought another picnic. You're such a good listener. You're not like the other boys. You're so good with animals.
That's how broken your love radar is. Because when the only time people look at you is to laugh at you, even cruelty starts to feel like a connection. You're not just unlucky in love. You've been engineered to confuse pain for affection. And when you finally try to push back, to say enough is enough, oh Meg, that's when it gets even worse. You'd think that after years, no, decades, of being emotionally body slammed by your own family, you'd eventually snap. And guess what? You do. And when you finally fight back, you become the bad guy. Or girl. I don't know anymore. According to your dad, you're a transformer. But the moment where you finally say,
Chris, you treat me like you hate me, and I don't know why. You say hurtful things to me constantly. Do you have any idea what that feels like? What if I said those things to you? What if I started calling you a fat, zitty loser who has no friends and smells like an old woman who has birds for pets?
And then you go off on your dad, on your mom, on Chris. You drop truth bombs like emotional napalm. Years of trauma, decades of neglect, all released in one glorious verbal beatdown. And for a split second, you feel it. Power, control, righteous fury. You're sitting at home, fist pumping like, yes, Meg, finally. But do they apologize? Do they reflect? Do they grow? Ha 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 ha. No, they flip it. You're the bad guy now. Wow, Meg, why are you being so negative? Why are you ruining our vibe? And just like that, they make you apologize.
You're right. It's all my fault.
What?
Mom, you're an amazing mother. And all the things I said about you were out of anger, and I didn't mean any of them. And Dad, I'm so sorry that I made you feel this way. You don't deserve it.
For what? For being abused. That's like getting punched in the face and then being told you're too sensitive because your nose bled on their shirt. Only Meg Griffin could survive a lifetime of emotional warfare, finally speak up, and still be labeled too dramatic. And when you get physical, oh, it's even worse. The time you went to juvie, jail hardens you. You come back different, tougher, meaner, ready to curb stomp anyone who looks at you sideways. And suddenly, everyone's scared. And for a brief moment, you've got the power. But do they respect it? Do they treat it like your turning point? Nope. Even after you beat up your dad, when you ask who the funniest is, your dad still wants to joke with you.
Now who's the funniest?
I know my way around a joke.
Because even when you level up, they just laugh louder. But it doesn't only happen at home. You're forced to fight the school bully. Everyone bets against you. No one thinks you have a chance. And then you unleash hell. It's not a fight. It's a one-woman demolition derby. You obliterate him.
All right, you little bitch. It's time to end this thing.
Yeah, it is.
Finally, a win. Finally, some respect. But guess what? That's your 10 seconds of fame. The day after, you're right back to being the same old Meg. Because in the Family Guy universe, you're not allowed to evolve. You're not allowed to be strong. You're not allowed to rise above your role. You are trapped in one box. The joke, the freak, the one who's supposed to stay quiet and take it. Try to speak up, you're aggressive. Try to fight back, you're insane. Try to improve, you're desperate. No matter what you do, you lose. Because this family, this world, never wanted you to grow. And the final slap in the face? Everyone else gets their redemption arc. Peter becomes mayor. Lois becomes a singer. Chris joins a band. Stewie builds time machines. But you fight for your life. And they call it an attitude problem. Not just being hated, but knowing that the moment you try to change your story, they throw you back into the role they wrote for you the day you were born. The worst part about being you isn't the bullying, isn't the loneliness, isn't even the daily humiliation.
Oh my God, Dad, you farted! That is so nasty!
No, Meg, this is crucial, all right? The sexiest thing a woman can do for a man is learn to love his gas. Love the gas, Meg. Love it!
It's knowing that no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try to be better, you'll always be Meg. You'll always be the barrel-looking daughter. You'll always be the girl whose own parents forget you even exist. That's why it sucks to be you, Megatron.
Tell me what's on your mind.
Oh, I'll tell you, Mr.
Shut up, Meg.